Hey, cinema community, we're here at our local AMC. Just got done seeing the movie Reagan. This is our extended review. Rebecca, what'd you think?
Right off the bat, I was kind of surprised how long it took them to kind of get to the meat of the story.
Dutch, there's a purpose for your life.
There's repeated flashbacks within flashbacks, and it kind of gets annoying after a while. That being said, once you get to the main story,
there's nothing a retired governor can do, but a president, now he can do a thing or two.
They proceed pretty nicely, even if the film feels just a bit long.
I lived through this era, so I know a lot of the stories.
I'm curious, Ron.
What would you say is the issue of our time?
No question about it. Communism and the Soviet Union.
I know a lot of what had happened, but I appreciated the fact that they actually talked about not just what happened, but why did it happen? Why did he make the decisions he made? So it wasn't just events in history.
I was a lifeguard on a river.
There's no turning back.
And I learned how to read the currents. Not just the ones on the surface, but also the ones deep underneath the water.
It was the man and how he made choices.
They didn't make Reagan perfect.
You're gonna blow up 8 years of diplomacy.
That was one of my biggest concerns coming into this is, oh my gosh, they're gonna just turn him into the saint. They do point out some of his biggest missteps, but they don't gloss over them. They're there, and one in particular gets a huge chunk of screen time.
This movie was over 2 hours. In fact, I think it was 2 hours and 20 minutes. It felt long. I know we talk about an edit. This movie could have benefited from a tighter edit.
Dennis Quaid's an interesting casting choice. I don't know many people that could pull off Reagan, but it kind of veers into Dennis Quaid playing Ronald Reagan.
I will be frank with you that as a citizen, I would not like to see any political party outlawed on the basis of its ideology, because I still believe, Mr. Chairman, that democracy can handle it.
Playing Dennis Quaid at some points.
There were some names in this movie I didn't know. That being said, I appreciated the fact that they talked about the person in history and it was really clear who they were.
I was a brand new KGB officer, given my first intelligence assignment. A certain actor and union leader.
They said the name. If you don't know the name, they tell you their position. So you were able to follow along even if you didn't live through this period in history.
Yes, Reagan's presidency is remarkably well documented. That being said, some of the needle drops felt a bit too on the nose in other scenes.
I like the fact that the movie brought in some actual photographs, some actual nudes footage.
Governor Reagan, again, typically is against such a proposal.
There you go again.
I actually think that it would have been more interesting had they wove that in just a little bit more.
There's definitely some humor in this.
It's you!
I'm running for governor and I would like your vote.
I've forgotten your name.
Do his initials help, RR?
Honey, Roy Rogers is here! And he's running for governor!
Which I appreciate always when historical films use kind of the we're here now, but there is some hilarity in the events that happen.
I wish actually there would have been a little bit more humor. Obviously, this is a really tense time in our society and in our culture.
I am about to start the biggest war of this century, and I'm not going to fire a single shot.
I appreciated that they took it seriously. But that being said, Dennis Quaid has the Reagan little smirk, and I think that there was more opportunities that they may have missed. Rebecca, what do you think? Is it worth a watch?
I've seen better biopics, but this one's a decent attempt. Maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, we'll get a truly great Ronald Reagan biopic. I think if you're interested in Ronald Reagan and you want to kind of get like a glance at what he's done.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
For the American consciousness, it's worth a watch.
I was actually surprised. The theater was packed, so a lot of people are really excited about seeing this. That being said, if you miss it, I think it might be worth the stream. I would say some of the people that may want to watch it are people like me, right? They lived through it, or even people older than me that want to just go back down memory lane.
What did the president know, and when did he know it?
And just kind of remember what had happened in our country.
This has been one of our extended reviews. We want to hear from you in the comments. What's your favorite historical biopic? If you want to check out some of our other extended reviews, click the links to the right.